So for this one, this is a very popular commander. I've made a Jin Sakai commander deck. Jin Sakai is when it deals combat damage, I can draw one, and whenever a creature attacks by itself, I can give it either double strike or it's unblockable. So this is a fun one because it's strong, very strong. Anything unblockable oftentimes is pretty strong, especially when you have draw attached to it. But what's really fun about this is it allows a lot of combat abilities to go off when they themselves don't have ways to deal that damage. Because there's a limiting factor to this guy too. It's you can only attack with one creature, so that oftentimes actually allows the game to run a bit longer compared to just kind of winning the moment you can attack, like an Azula deck. So I built it to fit more in a bracket too. So there's much more telegraphed wins where you can see what's happening, and it's more of an incremental win than an instant win from hand out of nowhere. So I'm just going to try a couple test draws here to kind of show you how the flow would go. What's really fun about it is, well, I got no lands here. Okay, let's go back in. Is how you can run a lot of creatures that have different fun or a variety of when it deals combat damage abilities. So you can either double it up or just have it go through, basically. And what's especially fun about it is I've actually always wanted to make a copy, kind of a steal effect, where I feel like just the cards alone in my deck aren't fun enough, so I need to jam-pack more fun into a deck. So I find myself building a lot of decks where I feel like 100 card is not enough. I end up putting maybe like 150 or even, well, maybe not to 200, but a lot of cards in there, and cutting it is always a big challenge for me. So this deck was inspired by decks that play other people's cards, kind of like, I think it was called Wand of Wonder. It's the red artifact, pay for tap it, and you can flip through your opponent's top decks, all of them, until you get an instant or sorcery, and then you can cast either maybe one or two of them. That I have a friend that played that, and it was really fun. And it was always, you kind of, it's like a little gadget bond. You never know what's going to come out of it, and you get an extension to your own deck. You have your opponent's decks to use too in this game, so there's that mystery element, but also that extra inclusion of cards that you weren't expecting to be able to use. So this deck was kind of built in that in mind. So this is a decent hand. Got some lands, draw, and drop a Triumph. Turn again, tap, draw. So I run a fair bit of protection, a good deal of ramp per se. Nothing yet. Draw. Land. And then for this, a fun one would be this guy. So this is a flying creature. When it deals combat damage, I look at the top 3 of my opponent's deck, and I pick a card, exile it face down, and I can cast it by paying any mana for it. So these are fun ones where you're not cheating anything in. You still have to pay the cost, but it allows you to kind of have an extension of your deck. So what I do is these would be 3 drops, and on my next turn, oftentimes I will be able to land. I just grab any other land and then cast Jin, and then I'll be able to attack, and then the fun begins. I can take something of my opponent's and then use it against them. So there's that element. It makes it nice, and it's fun for me because I don't know what I'm getting. It could be painful to them, kind of like a little NTR there, especially if I end up winning with their cards or using their cards against them. But I mean, because it's bracket too, it's that fun element. You never really know what janky way you might win a game, and because it's not supposed to be extremely high powered, oftentimes, of course, if you attack with all 3 people, you end up making 3 enemies. So there's that element too. So I'm jam packed with a lot of protection. Like we got this one here, phasing out protection. I run a lot of stuff like Mother of Runes, some counter spells that are more on theme, like Mana Drain. Mana Drain to kind of, because I have a lot of high CMC cards, gotta protect my permanents. And also a lot of copiers to copy that can copy legendaries basically. Like we got a few. Nothing in this deck. Grim Hireling kind of takes the game over. Once it comes out, it kind of becomes a new commander because this goes a little crazy. But what I really like though is the treasure. If it didn't have the removal ability, that I would still be running this card in the deck. But this card kind of just takes over the game. So I just, people run removal. Please run more removal. Yeah, so Spark Double. So when you copy Jin Sakai, what happens is you get two triggers. You get the double strike and the unblockable. So you get double the fun. You guarantee you get a lot of fun going on. A lot of cards that are real fun would be the Carnival cards, where you can, when this deals damage, I open Attraction. I have one where when it deals damage, you get a sticker. That's fun too. The sticker is like, you never know what you're going to get. A lot of unknown Gachapon lottery style abilities where you really have to know who you're playing up against, to look through that person's deck maybe, or check out their hand or top deck and get free stuff from there. So it's that. In terms of interaction, it's mainly I'm actually fishing other people's interaction. This is definitely not a budget deck, but I think you can make a lot of fun decks by using more powerful commanders instead of having them do top tier. There's like, even for Azula, I feel like people can play Azula in a very fun, interactive way without needing to end the game the moment she can attack. Because it's like, the whole point of the game is to have fun. If you enjoy winning the game in the first few turns, or before you even know who you're playing against, sure, take them out. But if you're here to interact and kind of enjoy a session of exchange, a social interaction, and some back and forth, somebody's winning, somebody's losing, people take turn kind of being the threat, like a bit more of a journey. I think toning down the power level by being a little less efficient, or not having any kind of one card or two card combo wins. Like essentially you could take every, like, infinite burn, or just having more giving more time to your opponents too. Like essentially, don't try to get your commander out on turn 1 or turn 2. Just giving yourself more time to prep, giving everyone else more time to prep, would definitely help to increase the type of back and forth fun. So I've only played this deck maybe twice, but the first game was not bad. The second game, everyone was kind of land stuck, so that was kind of a bummer. And I had Grim Hireling, so that was really bad for the whole pod in general. So a lot of still more tweaking, and for sure trying to get more games going on would be the goal of this deck. But the fun is the I never know what I'm getting element, and a little bit of that NTR action.